The NYPD have just released a new wanted poster for the suspect in yesterday's subway shooting rampage here in New York City. They had previously identified 62-year-old Frank James as a person of interest in the case. They now say James was the person who donned a gas mask and set off 2 smoke grenades before firing more than 30 rounds on a Manhattan-bound train during morning rush hour yesterday. 30 people were injured, 10 of them shot. No fatalities. And let's bring in senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky for more on this. Aaron, Frank Robert James was first called a person of interest in this shooting. Now they're going so far to call him a suspect. What changed to make that determination?
They've now got probable cause to believe that he was, in fact, the one who shot those 10 people in such scary fashion on the Manhattan-bound N train. They worked all through the night to try and establish this probable cause. And Diane, they finally figured it out based on eyewitness accounts and based on some of the, by tracking his movements on different camera positions. We know that the one camera inside the subway station at 36th Street and Sunset Park wasn't working, but plenty of other cameras appear to have captured his movements, including the one in the station in Gravesend, Brooklyn, where it's believed he entered the subway system sometime on Tuesday morning. That's just blocks away from where authorities found a U-Haul van parked. That U-Haul had been rented by Frank James in Philadelphia, driven here at some point. The authorities searched the van. They didn't find anything terribly useful, Diane, except a pillow, indicating maybe for a while he was living inside.
And you talked about the cameras at the station where he's suspected to have gotten on the train, but the station where this happened, the 36th Street station, there were no police officers stationed there. The cameras were not working, at least not in real time. What are they saying about that? How did that fall through the cracks?
Well, there are 472 subway stations in New York City. The cameras work, sometimes they don't. They say it was a computer glitch at this particular station and 2 others where that N train traveled on Tuesday morning that also weren't working. In truth, oftentimes subway cameras are turned on the turnstiles to catch fare evaders, not necessarily on the platform, so we're not sure how helpful it may or may not have been anyway. But they sure could have used as many images as possible. It turns out, though, they were able to get a good image from eyewitness video, and we've been playing some of it over and over here. They did capture an image of the suspect that was circulated to law enforcement. So fairly quickly, it seems they understood who they were looking for. They had his credit card, we believe a phone, and other items that pointed to his identity. And so they could start to look at things like social media.
One of the perks that we all have a camera on us at pretty much all times. And I know James is now considered a wanted fugitive, not only by the NYPD, but the U.S. Marshals joined this search. What does that do for the investigation?
It gives a lot more resources. It brings a lot more resources to bear in the investigation. James has addresses in Milwaukee, in Philadelphia, and in Ohio. And so it's thought that the U.S. Marshals can now fan out and try to look for him for wherever he is. But without a car and a credit card, maybe without a phone, how much cash does he have? He's effectively seemingly off the grid at this point, but authorities are still concerned about what he might still have on his person that, if he wanted to, could enable him to do something else. So there really is a priority on finding him. That's why they've put out that new wanted poster, hoping that the public will recognize him and call police.
Yeah, if you see something, say something. Aaron Katersky, thank you.
Thanks, Diane.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.